Bobby Rivers.
Hey, Bobby Rivers!
What do you feel about America? Do you feel like it's advanced yet barbarian in a way?
You've had your own primetime talk show. You worked on VH1, Food Network. You write for Turner Classic Movies. So my question is, what has it meant for that kid that grew up in South Central LA, loving this industry the way you have, to have each of those moments?
It's really been extraordinary. I feel blessed. My parents were of the generation where they were both in awe of Dorothy Dandridge, the late great Dorothy Dandridge. Dorothy Dandridge was known within the LA community. My parents always said, you know, those Dandridge girls were known for constantly studying. They were constantly trying to improve their skills, and they knew that that was the way up. My parents knew that I wanted to go into the entertainment field, but they were afraid that I was going to experience that same color barrier that a lot of great Black performers did. The entertainment reporters on local TV were all white. You never saw Black people talking about movies on TV. And I think at that time I thought, it's the 60s, it's the 70s, the world is changing, and then boom, I did hit those same barriers.
You know, I've always thought of you as a walking Hollywood encyclopedia. As someone who's been in the entertainment industry as long as you have, tell me the first time you saw yourself represented in some form of art.
I grew up in South Central LA. I had a very diverse world of neighbors and friends growing up. And when I look at TV, I went, I'm not, especially when I saw shows that supposedly took place in Southern California, I'm thinking, where are the Mexicans? Where are the Asian Americans? It really was when I was a little kid going to the drive-in movies with mom and dad. My parents loved films. Going to the drive-in, and of course, you know, seeing Sidney Poitier, Ruby Dee, Harry Belafonte, on TV, seeing shows like Room 222, those are great representations. I went to college in Milwaukee. I went to Marquette University. And after I graduated, the ABC affiliate tapped me to be their weekly film critic on a show called PM Magazine. So there I was doing film reviews on TV every week and graduated for celebrity interviews. When I got to New York, and I thought, well, this is a bigger market. I'm not seeing Black people review movies. I'm not seeing Black people talk about Broadway. And I thought, what is wrong with that? Then in the 90s, things changed. Getting the Oscars, getting the lead roles, breaking out of the kind of stereotype roles that Hollywood gave us in the 30s and 40s, you know what I mean. Hattie McDaniel, who should have been given better material than she got throughout the 1940s. She was the first Black person nominated for an Oscar and the first to win. And that was for 1939's Gone with the Wind. But then look at her movies that she was making just 2 years later. You go from that, you look at the astounding success of Black Panther, but don't forget that there is still work to be done. And I point this out especially with women of color, Black and Latino women. Rita Moreno didn't work for 7 years after she won the Oscar for West Side Story. Alfre Woodard, Cicely Tyson, all of these women had to go to TV for steady employment because Hollywood had no other script opportunities for them. A reporter named Stephen Holden had done an article, the Sunday New York Times. There was my photo on the front page of the Arts and Leisure section, and he called me a master interviewer with a gift for banter. He had reviewed my talk show. Even with that, agents were still turning me down. I went, I just got a great review of the New York Times. Every time I went and had a meeting with an agent, it was usually the same thing. I would get to the agency. The Black or Latino person who was working at the reception desk knew so much about my career, I wouldn't have been surprised if they knew my mother's maiden name also. I get in with the white agent and they're just about asking, so have you ever done any on-camera work? It never failed because we're usually called in for like 3 areas. Talk about films people should see for Black History Month, comment on controversial Black images in the film, or talk about the black celebrity who just died or got jail time. Other than that, we're out of the picture talking about films and talking about theater, because Hollywood has for a long time had this ignorant philosophy that black stories don't sell. Agencies now seem to be hiring people of color. Get some black and Latino agents in there. My parents, they were both connected as making it important for me to see those images. Mom and Dad let me stay up very late on a school night to see Harry Belafonte when he was guest host of The Tonight Show for 1 week in 1968. And around that time, I was thinking, I want to make movies like Paul Newman and Sidney Poitier. I want to sing with my shirt open like Harry Belafonte. When I saw him interview singers and actors and politicians, and I went, oh, that's what I could do. If I don't have that special talent for acting, I can interview the actors. Mm-hmm. And I had not seen a black person on network TV host an entertainment talk show. So seeing that representation of myself was very key to me when I was a kid. This is one reason why I think if there were more people of color on camera who were working as film critics and film historians, we could help combat that problem.